The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know, it's the young. Perennial, do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never try. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. It's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
On the set. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here we go.
This is Kenyon Drake, the fourth-year man from Alabama. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Well, the Cardinals last year, of course, struggled 3-13, but 2 of their 3 wins came against these 49ers. In fact, the Cardinals have beaten the Niners 8 consecutive times. Last time San Fran beat Arizona was 2014, and remember, these are clubs that meet twice a year. Now Hundley. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 11.
That's it, baby. We go punt.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line. Corey Peters there to bring him down.
Here we go.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Charlie, push him back. Mike 51, Mike 51. I'm coming after you.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. That ball complete to Isabella. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Okay. Let's get the yard. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on third down. Throwing, Hundley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return will stop right around the 25. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Defense may be thinking pass. They come out in the nickel on 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Niners 7, Cardinals nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This one caught by Isabella. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 41-yard line.
From the 41, Hundley. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
A gain of 6.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hundley, and his throw is incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, the 20. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
It's now 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Try the jet sweep here, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
56, check 56. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get nervous.
Looking to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Trying to lay, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there for the Niners. 54 yards. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense I got from it, I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the pass.
The handoff to the right side. It's Drake. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
I'm here all day.
Now back to throw. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Kill, kill, kill. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Running from the shotgun with Drake. He takes this for about 6 down inside. The 40.
Chauncey
Gardner Johnson on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6.
brings up 2nd and 4 at the 49ers' 39-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, watch the ball.
Second and 4. And Walker has it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
On first down, Drake. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Hundley, screenplay, Johnson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On first down, it's Drake. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd and 7, Hundley to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And it's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times. But also, they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "51 yards on the punt there. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. It's going to be caught by Samuel. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Garoppolo on the draw to Coleman, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On third down, here's Coleman. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A chance to really cap off a big first half. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida as the first half is winding down. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fair catch, made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deontay Thompson, the rookie from Bama. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll run on first down. Drake, and an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
From the 16, Hundley, and he hits Drake. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Back to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Tackle is made by Clinton McDonald.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Breida. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the 1st down at the Cardinals' 34.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st down, San Francisco.
Here we go. 180.
Watch the run. Hey.
21.
24. Watch 24.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A handoff out of the pistol. It's Drake. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And here's a first down throw that's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. But Butler was the 2nd of 3 receivers Arizona took in the draft. They said they wanted to increase the amount of playmakers that they have out wide, so they nabbed him in round 4 out of Iowa State. Really didn't come on until his final season at Iowa State, over 1,300 yards and 9 touchdowns. Now, Andy Isabella, he kind of provides the top-end speed. Butler has the size, 6'6", 225, a huge target out wide. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Hundley now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Hundley going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They're going to look to throw. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. On the toss play, this is Drake. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Quan Alexander. They were looking for Johnson that time. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great out.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score, a fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona.
Zane Gonzalez lining up 40.
Yeah, so hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now that turnover might just about do it. Here, fourth quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, couple of first downs, and this one should just about be over.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Black 80! 13!
They run again with Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On first down, here's Breida. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On second down, it's Coleman. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's caught inside the 20. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Check 3, 11. Go ahead.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Get ready.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
12.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Check 1.
Now Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Let's go.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. On the toss, Drake going left. Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That's it, baby. That's it.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Hunt Langley. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Taking it about the 16. Oh, twisting away. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
13.
On third down, Coleman. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
First down, San Francisco.
Here we go. 180.
Yeah, right there. Double dog. That's the way.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for San Francisco, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona,